Okay, so today's video, I'm going to actually talk about the terrible day that I had yesterday and how it got a lot better today. So I've been struggling, as a lot of you know. I'm still battling the social anxiety, which I've made so much progress on. And and Braun's talking. Say hey, Braun. Um, So yeah, I made all this progress on the social anxiety. The only problem is I'm not really making any progress on the work side of it. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I don't like my job. And I've mentioned how much I love the people, but it's just wearing me down. Like I had a lady like flipping out the other day, and it's just I can't take these people. And I'm about ready to move, which I don't want to move because I have my band. And if I move, I can't really just take them with me. I wish I could. That would be awesome. So I'm really trying to pursue that. I really am. And it's been hard because like I'm not earning really any money and David's still trying his best, and I mean I'm getting money from shows here and there, but it's not enough to support myself. And I'm getting notices if I don't pay my taxes, they're going to take my house and all that stuff. So it's no fun. So I already feel bad. Like, I've had so many people donate to my GoFundMe and so many people offering help, like with clothing and stuff like that. Like, people are sending me clothes, and I'm just still amazed. Like, so amazed. But I'm still so far away from the goals and they just feel so unreachable. So I just felt horrible. Like, not just the dysphoria, it's like the money. Like, if I had my surgery done and I had my facial hair gone, I would feel so much better. Like, so much better. I probably wouldn't even feel so anxious all the time, but I just am constantly in distress. Like, that's what it feels like. So it was just a really, really bad day. I was completely hopeless, crying all day, and it was no fun. I didn't want to do that. Like, my house is a disaster, which I don't even want to like move because there's like my coffee table is disgusting, and I just need to clean. I want to clean. I have this new kitten, and it's just gross. Um, and I probably shouldn't tell you guys that, but who cares? Um, so I'm going through that, and so almost all day. It wasn't completely all day. I actually had the relief hit me later in the evening. I had a friend who I'm not really that close to, but we've talked to each other here and there, and we went to school together. And she reached out to me and with this idea that she had. And the idea, I was a little reluctant at first because these are the kind of things I used to think were like really silly, and I was like, why do people do this? And but she had a really good point, and it was very convincing. So even though I was really nervous to do it, I did it. She was very encouraging. Very. I'm gonna maybe hire her as my life coach. Who knows? But so she had this idea, and it was one of those, if you get so many likes, this will happen. Even though you're not sure if it'll happen, it's just like you're trying to make it happen. So her idea for me was, hey again, Braun, he just wants to be up here. He's so curious. He also can never be away from me. So for mine, it was, if I get so many likes, I will get put on the Ellen DeGeneres show, which obviously isn't exactly true unless she sees it, which in a way is a slight possibility. Who knows? And so that was my reluctance. Like, it felt silly, but I did it, and I was very surprised. I got like 100 likes in about 8 hours, and I already posted it on her Facebook page. So I'm going to do it like maybe not every 100 likes. I might do it again at like 500 or something. Just keep trying to push the issue. You know, what can it hurt? It's like I put the time into the Facebook page. That's it. So it's really nothing. And it's just kind of fun. I made my own Vanity Fair cover for it too. So check that out. I'll post the links at the bottom here of this video. And That way you can like it if you want. Or if you're not on my Facebook, you can add me on Facebook. Again, it's Clara Lanis. So that was the relief. It wasn't so much that I knew something was going to happen. It was just there was something I can do. I can focus on something else, and there's a slight possibility that it might go somewhere. So it helped. And I don't know if she realizes how much she actually helped me, because it was such a horrible day. Like, oh my gosh, I'm just glad it's over. So that was the good part. Braun, you know you're not supposed to go up there. Come on, little guy. He's being so bad. So that was the first part. And then today I had a little bit more relief hit me. Not just because of all the likes I'm getting. Like, it's actually, that thing is, like, not blowing up, but it's pretty cool right now. Like, people keep liking it, so that's awesome. So the other thing was I'm battling the name change stuff. I've been talking about that and how I'm having it done. Like, my name change hearing is on August 10th. And so that part's done. I did all the filing fees, the fingerprints. The hard part was the publication, which I was going to get waived. And I had my other trans friend who grew up here, who was more out towards the Philly area now. He suggested to contact, I think they're called the Mazzoni or something like that, the Mazzoni Center. And they deal with all the LGBTQ stuff and a lot of the trans stuff. So I contacted them, like he said, and basically the lady told me, because I explained my situation and how I'm, like, open about being trans now and stuff, and she basically said, if, like, you're open about it, making these videos and doing all this stuff, like, they're probably not going to see it as a safety issue. So I was like, so you're telling me, like, I chose the wrong time to open up about my transition. And so I was feeling really, really hopeless about that for a long time, because I thought I was going to have to spend all of this money, because I heard that the publication wasn't cheap. And unless what happened today turns out like it's not right, which I won't find out until the court hearing, so it better be right. But if it's right, like, it's gonna save me a lot of money. Like, I called the one place and they wanted $115 for one publication. And this is the ridiculous part. Like, the publication isn't, I mean, it's necessary, but it is a safety issue, especially for trans people. Like, basically, I am advertising my hearing in 2 newspapers. It has to be 2. And so my name change, it states when the hearing is, the time, my birth name, and it's changing to Claire. So anybody can see that, and they can come to the hearing if they want to. And they now know what's going on if they read these things. I mean, if anybody reads this, I don't know what's wrong with you. But still, like, the fact that it's out there. And since I'm open, I really shouldn't care too much, but I just didn't really want people to know my birth name. But I guess since I'm open about it, it's whatever, I'm stuck. So the cool thing was today, well, actually, let me talk about how horrible it's been trying to find the information. That's the other thing. Like, the court doesn't help you. No one wants to help you. Everywhere I've called, they're just like, we can't give you legal advice, and I'm not even, like, getting a chance to ask these simple questions. Like, the one place I called, I just wanted to know, like, how to send their payment, because it says to fax it, and I don't have a fax machine. So I was like, okay, so it's legal advice to give me your address to tell me where to ship it? Like, just things like that. No one has been caring, and it's been very confusing. Like, my court order, it just literally says, publish your name in 2 newspapers, like the name change. Doesn't say how to word it, anything. It just says, do this. And they don't want to help me. Everywhere else I called didn't want to help me. And finally, today, I called someone, and I'm not going to mention names because I hope she doesn't get in trouble for actually giving me this advice. But she basically made everything super, super easy and saved me a lot of money if this is going to work out. She told me how to word the publication, and told me that it shouldn't be a problem, that since it's the same, like, one company, but they print multiple papers, that I could just do it through them all together and just publish it through the 2 papers. And so altogether, I'm saving like, oh my gosh, like $80 maybe? No, not 80. No, about 80. Yeah, about $80 just by doing that. And she was so helpful, and I like could not thank her enough. I was like speechless. So I like told her how horrible people have been, and she even was like, "Yeah, I know. Like people around here, they just don't want to help, even if they think they're not supposed to. It's not that hard to like say like yes or no answers and things like that, but they just don't. Like people around here, or maybe everywhere, I don't know. And I mean, I know it's harder to change your name in some places, and it's still like you can't even do it in some places, but it's just frustrating. Like, this is my experience. I'm not experiencing other people's experiences. This is my life. So, yes, it's harder elsewhere, but it's been hard here. And it was just very, very frustrating. So, I like about started crying when she like actually answered my questions, because I told her, I was like, I don't know if you can answer this, but if you can, please do, because I'm like desperate. So, as of right now, I'm saving a lot of money, and all the name change stuff is done. Like, she told me she'll send me the proofs next week, which is awesome. I don't even have to go get the paper. And then I have my two proofs that I just take to the court hearing, and wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Hopefully, name change on August 10th. So that's about it. Day's been well. I'm gonna head off to band practice in this warm, muggy Western Pennsylvania weather, because it's been so muggy lately. I like can't even handle it. So that's about it. Went a lot longer than I planned on it. But hey, you guys love watching my videos, so enjoy the 12-minute video of me talking about things and not really many cats. Hey cats. Okay, but anyways, thanks. See ya.